first thing that I'm going to ask you is this event at the end of June that you're doing with Hassan. Is it going to be the first event you're performing in London live
Uh,
after?
After my travels,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it is gonna be like my comeback show because I haven't done grime for many years. I've been trying to be a rapper and stuff, but I actually come full circle and actually realized the roots that I come from and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be like my comeback show in terms of grime. It's gonna be the first show where I'm gonna do PAs, I'm gonna jump on the sets and stuff and do things the way that I've been doing it since I was a little kid. Because for many years, from 20 up to 2023, I've just been trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm just not a rapper, I'm actually an MC.
So what now you feel like the next event you do is more like stepping back to what you used to do
What's
as a
that?
kid? It's
Yes, yeah.
okay. But you're coming back to it with all this knowledge sort of that you gathered in Japan. So is it a bit different?
Yeah, it's different, it's not the same. And also going on this journey of like creating other music, when I've done that and literally been producing other genres of music and tapping into slower, different things, different styles of production. Now when I jump back on grime, I'm bringing it all back, but it's like I'm not the same as when I was a kid. I think when I was a kid, I was very angry, and that suits grime.
Yeah. But now it's a bit more mellow
Well,
production wise.
I mean, yeah, production wise, but it's just like spiritually, that's just the aura at the time. Like when I was younger, grime is about coming from a council estate and coming from nothing, and you've got bars and you're angry, you're talking about how shit life is because it's actually dark. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from. But now I've achieved a lot in my career. I've been around the world and I've dealt with so many privileges and luxuries in my life that it's like I don't see things in the same way. I may not have like all the money in the world, but I don't see things in the same way as when I was a kid. I'm more just like I feel like older now. I feel older now, so I actually want to talk about things in my life. I don't want to just talk about how I'm the best MC.
Yeah. Do you feel like this was just making this album was sort of like therapy for you? Well, obviously, but
I feel like this album was 100% therapy for me, but it's still not enough. I still need to go therapy and that. But
right.
like, it felt like this album was 100% therapy for me. But also, even when I'm not talking about these type of subjects, if I go and rap and spit a bar, like talking about how I'm the best MC and I get a million girls in the world, like even that's still therapy. This one, it's like when I went to Japan, I just thought like I spent so much of my time and energy making music, talking about what I don't like, and you know what I'm saying. But I just thought, let me just actually say the truth. Like, what am I actually waking up thinking thinking every day, and what's in like the back of my mind and in my subconscious and stuff that actually weighs on me every day.
Yeah.
And it's like situations in relationships, situations with my mom, with my dad, like in what actually like when I'm walking around and I'm feeling so stressed, like what am I actually thinking about?
Yeah.
So I just put all of it, because usually like I would just like do it the wrong way. I would tweet loads or I'll just go on my story and just chat shit. But like this time I actually just said, no, let me just put it in the music and just stay silent. And I've learned something about myself. I'm a very emotional person. If I feel an emotion, I got to act on it then. I'm so impulsive. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, there's like an attention seeking element of it where it's like in my life, I didn't have attention when I was a kid or when with my mum or dad. So it's like now that I've got a platform, if I have a negative thought in my mind, I will go up on my story and say this because I know that people are gonna come back to me and give me a positive reaction and make me feel cared for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you're helping others as well at the same time.
Yeah, but like honestly, when it helps others, but when I make an album like this, being so open, is actually to help me.
Yeah.
So it's still even selfish. It may help others because people are like, oh my God, like
Well, no, it has to be to be unique. It big at you.
I feel like people will listen to it and they'll be like, oh my God, like I'm going through the same thing, but I'd never say it out loud like that. For me, it's like the opposite. I feel like if I don't say it out loud, my head's gonna explode.
But it's interesting because the fact that you could even put it into words and write lyrics out of your trauma means that you processed it and probably are like fully, it's proof that you are healing from it.
Yeah, I'm on the path of healing, but you see, the things that happened in my life, it's a lifelong journey, and some things like I might just have to accept. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is definitely a good step, because if you actually listen to the album before, which is called Pray More, which I actually hate this album. I've been talking to my distributor, like I want to take it down, because at the time I broke up with my ex and I was really bitter, and it come from like a really bitter place. So I just made all these songs, like some of them were sick, I can't lie, but I made all these songs just like like trying to get back on my ex, talking about how many girls I get and shit. And then like this album is such a departure from that. It's such a departure. Like I want to get rid of that. Some of the songs I will keep, but I want to get rid of. I want to edit that album track list, because there's some songs on there that come from a better place.
Yeah.
And then I noticed things in my life. It's like I was showing that album to some videographers I was working with, and usually when I show him stuff, he would just work with me on it. But when I sent him that shit, he didn't like it. And then after that, and when I was in Asia, I just decided, like, I listened back and I'm like, nah, I want to do things the right way. So yeah, that's what this album was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the music influenced by music in Japan? What changed from how you produce now as opposed to before? Like the last album as well,
Yeah.
maybe Pray More.
So the last album, it didn't even have a lot of soul samples on. I've released a lot of hip hop and rap stuff, and I'm very inspired by like Kanye's way of sampling.
Yeah.
And then like, I've always loved to sample, but I tried doing it on hip hop. My flow on hip hop, I can make a sick hip hop song, but people just can't hear me in the UK.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned. So I just sped everything up. Cause like even all my old beats, I was hip hop. I sped everything up to 140. Started doing the soul sample like Kanye thing, but on grime. And then doing it with my grime flow, and even saying the same things as songs that was on 2 albums ago. But I'm saying the same things, but because it's hip hop, no one can really hear me, because that's not our export. And it's like grime is our export. It's a language that many people can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like you're integrating a lot of different things and creating very unique. I think you said that you would call it a bit of a subgenre of grime.
Someone messaged me the other day and said that it's starting to become a subgenre of grime, because you know what it is? No one's ever been this vulnerable on grime before. Grime is like talking about how you're the best person ever, and you get me, like you're the best, you're the most talented, and you say like little witty things to like diss each other and stuff. Grime's about that. It's about bravado, but this is like the opposite of bravado. It's like me actually recognizing so many things in my life, all my errors and shit, that it's like, nah, I'm noticing it. I'm just saying it out loud because I know that it's in my head. I got a conscience. I know what's good and what's bad. And even like in a lot of my lyrics, I got a lyric. It's like, I haven't been a good person. I'm not gonna lie, but you see upon my eyes that I'm not gonna die. Everybody chat shit. You get a box in the eye. Darkness, man. I've seen lots in my life. Look in my mum's eyes, like I got to provide. I put the drink down. I picked the mic up. Not everybody can win like us. Whole life been floating in the wind like dust. No pagans are ever gonna win my trust. Kids look at me like the kid might bust. One bag of Hennessy in my cup, but I lost focus. Feeling hopeless, dad left me, that was a weird emotion. But to music, got a clear devotion. Wide awake, my ears are open. I might travel fast so I can hear the ocean. Niggas want to trick me like a Trojan, but I got to split head tops open. One bag of pricks, is best to not know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have never said grime like this before. Because I'm talking about, I'm not just like showing the good side.
No, it's real. It's real side. If anything, it's better. It's more powerful.
Yeah.
That verse that you just did, do you want to dissect that a little bit? Like, what kind of mindset were you in? What did the lyric?
It's just because I just think about the last 3 years of my life. And if I looked at it from like God's view, I just know I haven't been a good person. And I know that I'm better than that. Like, I know that I'm better than I have been in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
This is true. I haven't been a good person. Like, and I guess it does actually make me a good person to look at that and actually be able to recognize it. One of my friends actually called me. He was like an older guy, Mike, of course, who I've known for years. He's an MC. I've known him since I was about 15 years old. He's seen me come to London, get success, get money. And then he's also seen me go downhill. And so he's been in the whole journey. And he just called me and he just said, bro, like, every minute you're tweeting online, every minute you're moaning online, acting like you're so hard done by and stuff. But obviously it's just because I'm depressed, innit? Like, I was just miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm online, I'm complaining, I'm like, it's done nothing but hurt me. And then he called me up. He must have seen something I posted, and he called me up. He was like, "Bro, why don't you just make everything your fault? Like, just use this mindset that I'm giving you." He's just said, "Why don't you just make everything your fault?" And I look at in my life, there's so much trauma, so much mad shit that's happened. A lot of it is not actually my fault. But he just said to me, like, "Why don't you just pretend that it was your fault?"
Yeah.
And then it's like,
It's really good advice.
yeah.
That's a good friend.
And I was blaming everyone. I was blaming the world. I thought everything was against me. And then, no, I actually said, no, let me just switch it and just do what my friend said and
Yeah.
pretend everything was my fault. And it's like, even if something ain't my fault, I've still got the control because it's like,
That's what you do.
what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So after that happened, that's why there's so much accountability in that album. You see, honestly, if you listen to the other album, it sounds like it sounds immature.
Yeah.
But then this album is like, nah, this is what it's about. This is how
It was deep. It was like good. It was like really deep, good psychological poetry. Honestly, I really enjoyed it.
it is. Pro.
Mm. Yeah, I was gonna ask about you wrote, I think, was it like 3 letters basically in your album for your mom, dad, and your ex. So how was that? Just did you feel like you had to? I feel like the one with your dad was like for me the most sad because I don't know, it was just sadder lyrics, bit of a rough relationship. But did you feel like you made that song to like communicate with him?
Yeah, I made
And a
that
little,
song, but it's gonna attract him into my life
yeah,
because I know that he's heard that song. I've sent it to all my family members. My auntie loves it. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncle, he's very stoic and very Jamaican, so I think he loves it as well, but he won't say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? But my auntie loves it, and she just said, "Look, even if you never speak to your dad, you've still put that energy out there, and you've said your real thoughts and your real feelings about it. And that's always going to be there. It's always going to be good energy because I didn't say one thing to diss him. I just said the truth. And even at the end, I was saying like, no, I'll never hate you. That's why the song's called I Can't Hate You. Because you know what I realized as well? My dad had me when he was what, 21?
oh, same with me. Yeah,
So I look back at me when I was 21, I'm thinking, fuck, like if I had a kid, it would be difficult, wouldn't it?
yeah, I'm 21 now. It's
And my
not
dad,
a good choice.
he come from a next country and stuff. Like as you turn into an adult, you start looking at things more realistically, innit?
Yeah,
And I blamed him for a lot of stuff, you know. But what's I guess the real sad part is I don't even think it's sad. I think it's actually good that we're both alive, and the reason that like our argument could end with one conversation. And I think I'm lucky to be in that situation because some people have got words that they couldn't say.
yeah.
So I'm actually grateful. And I know that he's watching me. I know he's watching me. I swear to God. Because he checks up on me and stuff. When I went to New
Well,
York,
that's good.
Dad, I know you told my aunt to get on the right trains. You get me? I know he's watching and that, but it's just, we're both Jamaican. And because I'm so much like him, it's like, who's going to be the bigger person kind of thing. And we both think that we're right. It's one of them ones, like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I love my dad though. Big up.